like to thank you for coming tonight, celebrating the culmination of the class of 2012's career at Carroll Community Schools. I want to personally thank you for allowing us the opportunity to educate your child. We are proud that you have chosen Carroll to educate your child, and that these students have met the requirements not only of the state of Michigan, but of Carroll High School. I'd like to introduce a few people that are here. To my right, Superintendent Mr. Bruce Nelson, our Board of Education, John Forshee, Dean Tomlinson, Hank Nyer, Lisa Graff, Michael Karpovich, and Bill Thayer. Also with us is our administrative team, Mr. Wheeler, Macomb School Principal, Sue Chambers, Shell School Principal, Joanne Nordstrom, Middle School Principal, Mark Binder, Middle School Assistant Principal, Beth Striffler, Athletic Director, Josh Hahn, our Dean of Students, John Riley, our Transportation Director, Bill Polian, our Special Service Director, Joe Chappell, our Special Education Director, and Mrs. Laura Kent Jones, our Class Advisor and Teacher, joins us also. It's also my honor to recognize the many teachers who have joined us this evening, and they are seated just behind the students. Would you all join me in a round of applause for these people that have helped your child get to this day? Thank you very much, teachers.
You tape videoing?
Yes. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming to the 2012 graduation commencement ceremony. When Mr. Jocelyn originally asked me to give the introductory speech, I thought, sure, why not? And I was just going to come up here and say, welcome everyone, thanks for coming, now have fun sitting here for 2 hours. But then I thought about it, and ever since my freshman year, I've dreamt I'd be standing up here giving a graduation speech. And I'm not really sure why, because I'm not exactly fond of public speaking. Maybe it's because I thought it'd be a good way to conclude my 12 years of school, or an even better way to start the years that are ahead of me. Or maybe it's because I wanted to tell my classmates that this isn't the end, but rather the beginning. I still don't know the reason, but I do know that today marks a new starting point in each of our lives. It's a time where we can start fresh in everything that we do. And I also know that now is a time for us to shine. The time when our dreams are within reach, and the time when the possibilities are endless. Now's the time for all of us to become the people we have always dreamed of being. That being said, I'd like to thank everyone here for making my first dream and my new journey come true. But more importantly, thank you for helping all of us graduates accomplish everything we needed to these past 12 years so that we are able to graduate today. And for my classmates, here are some words to take with you from our childhood friend, Dr. Seuss. You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know. Now you are the guy who will decide where to go. So congratulations, class of 2012. Good luck with wherever your life takes you, and keep looking towards the future.
A special song from Senior Madeline McHugh. In honor of her class of senior class, she'll be singing a song written by her sister. Stepping Stone is the name of the song. Here's Madeline.
Tonight, I dedicate this song to you guys right here, my friends, and to my teachers, and to our hometown. Thank you, Carroll, for making these last years that we've spent here in this little hometown something that we'll never forget. So, here's to you, to us, to the memories. Here's to the class of 2012.
When the cold comes around and
you didn't take, but that's over now. Where the ones you love don't ever seem to leave, and the ones that stay don't ever seem to need nothing more than a front porch and a swing, yeah. Don't look back, but don't forget that what's in your past got you to where you're at. That little town was a stepping stone to the next road. The lessons you learned will make you strong, and each heartbreak falls just until life's gone. That pickup truck that always broke down was a stepping stone, turning on to the next road. You had your share of the fire, you had your share of the fun, you had your share of the things you wish you wouldn't learn the hard way. One thing that always seems to say, don't look back, don't forget everything's in your past. It's probably worth the blessing. Your hometown is the only thing you can count on now. The lessons you learned once break you down, and each heartbreak thought is memory of that sound. Pickup truck that always broke down was a stepping stone, yeah. That little town was a stepping stone to the next road, yeah. To the next road.
In the midst of this program, usually we don't do presentations, but when everything comes down, a lot of times right at the end we have shuffling of things. And at our honors program about a week ago, we awarded our valedictorian and salutatorians. Well, it ends up that we have two valedictorians and a salutatorian when we had only awarded a valedictorian and a salutatorian. So right now, I'd like Alexandria Steele to come up, and she is now presented as the salutatorian of the class of 2012.
I'm not taking it out.
Good evening, and congratulations, class of 2012. We have finally made it. All those days we spent sitting in classrooms, listening, learning, studying hard, and maybe taking the occasional nap, have all led up to this day. It's time for us to graduate. At this point, it seems like everyone is focused on the future. But we must not forget to look back on the times we had together. Let us not forget the friendships that we made, the great teachers that helped us along the way, and the support our families have given us. Today is where we set forth on the path that will lead us into the future. This path may not always be clear. We may stumble a little along the way, but let us hold on to the friendships and the memories we have made, and hopefully they will make the journey a little bit easier. Once again, congratulations, class of 2012. And remember, when you leave today, do not just leave the past behind you, but bring the memories with you. Thank you.
Our next speaker of the evening, who will be getting her award tonight, is valedictorian Bailey Cockrell.
Hello and welcome again. Fellow classmates, I am not the first, nor will I be the last, to congratulate you on your accomplishment of graduating. It truly is an achievement. We have spent the last 13 years working towards this goal. Some of us have had this day on our mind for the entirety of those 13 years, while others have just realized the importance of this day recently. But no matter how we got here, we are all finally here. This will most likely be the last time we are all together in the same place. While some of us cannot wait to leave this school and this town, I stress to you that we need to remember the good times that we have had here together. Whether float buildings, pep assemblies, or a favorite English class. We need to remember the good times, the fun times. In those experiences lie the true importance of high school. No offense to the teachers, well, we have all learned the Pythagorean theorem and what a noun is. Those lessons aren't what we will remember from our time here. The bonds and friendships created amongst us will last the longest. As we are leaving the comfort of high school and moving on to the military, jobs, and college, these experiences and friendships will be what grounds us. Talking to your best friend will bring back the normal for you. It'll bring back the memories of the good times, bring back home to us. But we can't dwell on the past for too long. While friends from the last 13 years will always be there, there are new bonds waiting to be formed. We've all looked forward to graduating, but with tonight's commencement comes the task of growing up and realizing who we are. It is our time. It is our time to make decisions about who we want to be and what we want to do in the future. While looking for quotes to use in my speech, I read recently where Katie Couric told graduates, "Don't try and fit a square peg in a round hole. Let us do what we want to do and not what others think we should do. As long as we are happy with what are we doing, just do it." We shouldn't be afraid to screw up. This is our time to explore, to figure out who we are, and discover where we want to be tomorrow. While we are all different people who are going on to live very different lives, I found a quote that I believe will serve us all well as a continue on of life. Before you speak, listen. Before you write, think. Before you spend, earn. Before you invest, investigate. Before you criticize, wait. Before you quit, try. Before you retire, save. Before you die, give. William Arthur Ward. In the long run, listening to others will be more beneficial than speaking our minds all the time. Some of us, myself included, are still learning that skill. Secondly, I'd like to emphasize the earn before we spend part. For most of us, it'll be our first time on our own. We shouldn't go crazy just buying everything because it's our own money and not our parents'. We will continue to have financial needs and responsibilities which we have to deal with on our own. In addition, I urge us to wait before we criticize. Another lesson I have learned during my time here, is that we do not know everyone and everything about them. So we need to wait before making judgments about people. Finally, I want us to try before we quit. Go out and do what we want to do. Don't let the fear of failure stop you. Fellow graduates of the class of 2012, it truly was an honor to go to school with you guys for the past 13 years. Don't let what people have said about our class affect you, like we really have anyways, but if anything, let that drive you. Let's go out and prove them wrong. With that, congratulations again. It's truly been an honor.
Bailey Elizabeth Cockrell, valedictorian, top 10, high honor student.
Members of the Board of Education, parents, friends, and community, I confirm that all the seniors sitting before you today have met or exceeded all the qualifications for earning a diploma for Carroll Community Schools. By the power vested in me by the Board of Education in the state of Michigan, I proclaim you graduates of Carroll Community Schools. Your final step in graduation commencement is to move your tassel from the right side to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen,